You two, we're here with Butters doing another deck profile for you guys. What deck are you running today for us?
Worms.
Worms, dude, pretty sick. I don't know, not many of those being around, but alright, let's do the profile. Here we go.
Alright, you got 3X.
Cool.
And then that couples with 3 Yagen.
Cool.
It gives you the +1 engine of the deck. Summon X, ditch Yagen to the graveyard. It special summons itself in defense position. A nice little +1.
Cool.
Got 3 Carteros, the Searcher.
Cool.
And then 1 Worm King, kind of the boss monster of the deck. Only run 1, because drawing him is bad news. So.
Yeah.
And then 2 Thunder King, a great anti-meta card. Messes with a lot of things, 1900 beat stick.
Yeah.
And then since everything is light, my favorite card, Honest.
Oh man, Honest.
Wins a lot of duels.
Definitely. Such a great card.
So pretty low monster lineup. And then 2 dualities to help with consistency. 2 MSTs. I don't run heavy because I have a high back row. 2 Lances. Protecting our worms is pretty important.
Sure.
So that's good. It can be used offensive or defensively.
Great
and
card.
Then 1 Reborn and 1 Dark Hole. Staples. I don't run Book of Moon because it's a little underwhelming.
Right.
The best card in the deck, Nebula.
Oh, for sure. That card is amazing.
Does some stuff. It helps me
yeah.
reuse effects, draw, and then special summon Worm King.
So good.
Good engine of the deck. 2 Compulse, I mean, especially with Yagen, which returns a monster to the hand when flipped. This allows a lot of power. It's good against Exceeds and Synchros. 2 Mirror Force.
Punishing all those bad overextending players.
Like windups.
Like windups. Oh man.
1 D Prison. I'd probably run more if I had them, but...
Expensive card.
2 Bottomless. 2 Torrential, clear the field. And then 2 1-ofs, Fiendish Chain, and then 1 Call of the Haunted. Call of the Haunted is just good in case you want to resolve a Nebula but don't have any worms, or to get back a king. It's just a nice little tech card to throw in.
Interesting.
2 Warnings and 1 Judgment, Solemn cards. And then one of my favorite traps, 2 Starlight Roads.
Oh man.
Helps
so
after
good.
an X-Yagen play, or when you have a lot of traps, gets you Starlight. It's a great +1.
Let's do that extra deck.
We really don't use the extra deck that much, so it's basically a lot of rank 4s and then some random synchros.
Alright.
Shockmaster, it's if you can get 4 or 3 on the field and want to sacrifice to use this, it's good play. It can shut down a lot of decks, won me a lot of games against Mermails.
Sure.
2 Utopia is probably one of the few things I actually go into. It's a good default Exceed. And then 1 Gem Knight, Photon Pap, just some other rank 4s I use. Tyrus, I side Cyber Dragon, and why not? We have space.
Yeah.
There's some synchros, Librarian, Ancient Fairy, Black Rose, Colossal. Just random ones.
Sure.
We don't run any tuners, so it's not a big deal.
Sure.
Then 2 Stardust Dragons for your Starlight Road. And then since I do side Cyber Dragon, I have a Chimera Tech to mess with machines.
Zen mains. Oh man.
And then I side a Super Poly, so with that I use Shining against heroes. And then just a Worm Zero in case, or in case anyone uses a Fusion Gate deck, so.
Sure.
Or for that likely mirror match.
Mirror matches.
So then for the side, I have 2 Cyber Dragon, great against any machine decks or against heroes when you just need to get over that alias.
Sure.
2 Fossil Dyna, it's great to stop.
Man.
You know, so many decks special summon you can just set this, and then even with the Nebula, flip it up and it just wreaks havoc.
Definitely. Such a good card too.
Side the 3rd MST in case of a Royal Decree or a Skill Drain or another heavy back row deck. 1 Prohibition, for heroes, call Alias, Dark Worlds, call Grapha. It's just a versatile card that can shut down a lot of singular card-oriented decks. 3D Fissures, works great against Mermails, Chaos Dragons, and Dark World. We really don't use the graveyard that much, so it doesn't hurt us. 1 Super Poly, it's really situational, but against a hero player, I got Outshining. So, just a nice little, they don't expect this.
Definitely.
1 Noble Mana Cross out for Rykos, or even, to banish a Snowman Eater, or a Sangan.
Sweet.
We're light, so Shadow Imprising works great in this. Takes out Inzectors, Dark World. 1 Needle Sealing. The great thing about Needle Sealing is not only is it chainable, but it doesn't affect face downs, and since we set so much, we can just activate this, and a lot of times clear our opponent's field without harming our monster, so it's a good siding against Swarm decks. And then Gozen, since we're all light, we're not affected by this, and it can shut down wind-ups or even 6-SAMs or a lot of decks that require on multiple attributes.
Sweet. So how long have you been actually running these worms?
Probably about 9 months, maybe.
And you've liked them throughout consistently, yeah?
Yeah, it's a fun deck to play. It's not just a spam decker.
Yeah.
It's a lot of control.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for the profile.
No problem.